Good morning. So as Janet said, this is an information session. I guess you could put it a webinar on digital dirt, so basically on social media. So what is digital dirt? Well, basically it's what it says. It says in the name, anything negative online, so on any of your online accounts. I have some examples here, so Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, things you might look at, like for example, I know on Facebook you get that it's a memory and it says please share your memory, and it could be from like 5 years ago and you're like, oh my lord, why did I put that on there? Well, that would be digital dirt. Have you Googled your name to see what comes up? Well, I know I have. Luckily, it was all pretty good. And I do get, like, for example, my clients to do that just to kind of give them an idea of, well, you know, this is the stuff that shows up, and if it's not so good, well, that would also be your digital dirt. As you all know, social media is the new way of life, and I mean, everyone uses it. Even grandparents, great-grandparents, they're all, at least, you know, they might not be experts, but they're all trying to use it. However, the younger generation does use it, and I mean, they're getting younger and younger and younger going on there, sometimes not always aware that what they're putting on there can affect their future. So a lot of employers do kind of like a light background check, which means they'll go online and they will Google your name. They'll research Facebook, stuff like that, and see what's on there. And they'll come up, some of them will actually come up with their final decision just based on what's on there. So don't be surprised if you don't get a call back when it's all negative stuff, inappropriate postings such as pictures or even comments or stuff that you share. 79% of hiring managers found content online that convinced them not to hire candidates. So basically what I said, if what you're putting on there is negative and it's not something you can be proud of or even something that someone else can be proud of, well, there's your chance pretty much gone out the door. So this is just a picture. I thought it was kind of funny, and it does happen in real life. So here's the young gentleman. He had an interview, and he's, you know, really excited to hear back from the interviewee. And then the interviewer, goes online and decides to look at Steve's Facebook and sees this picture and this little comment down at the bottom. Well, unfortunately, Steve, we decided to go with someone else. If I'm speaking too fast, please let me know. I kind of do that when I get nervous. So, social media, again, it's basically life in the 21st century. Everything's online. You can job search online. You can reach out to family members you haven't seen in years online. You can find old friends that you haven't talked to since you were in school. You can meet new people. But you always want to be careful of what you're putting on there. I mean, if you're going to talk to your friend, don't do it where everyone can see it. Do it where it's just you and your friend, or you and your family member, vice versa. You don't want to post pictures. I want to say think before you do something, right? So it's kind of a way of life in general too, is to think before you do anything. So it's the same thing with social media. Think before you put a picture online that you might think is funny right that second, but the next day you might go, oh wow. Think before you write a comment. You could be really mad, or you could be really upset, or really frustrated, or whatever it might be, and you're going to put it on there for everyone to see, not thinking, because right at that moment, you really just wanted to put that out there. Think before you do that. And while you're thinking, think of You know, is this appropriate for, like it says here, for my family, for my friends, for my parents, future employers, even current employers, even future colleges, universities, etc. Will this affect my future? I know sometimes it's silly, really, posting one little picture can, but that one little picture, if it's bad enough, it sure can affect your future. You also, like I mentioned a little bit, you want to make sure you pay attention to what you're liking. You know, you might think it's innocent. Oh, I just clicked like. However, other people can see that you've liked that posting. So if it's something racist, something judgmental, something that's stereotyping, prejudice, anything like that, but you know, you didn't mean it in a bad way, you just thought it was funny at that second, well, that could affect things too. Be careful what you share on Facebook, even if it's not a picture of yourself, if it's not anything like that, it doesn't matter. On Twitter, on LinkedIn, you want your profile to be professional. You want it to be something that an employer will want to see, something that you feel proud of. So be careful what you share on there as well. What other people put on your Facebook, on your Twitter, on your Instagram, on your LinkedIn, on this, on that, whichever the case may be, you know, and they tag you in it, or they hashtag you in it, or they, whatever it might be, they mention you in it, or it's you in the picture and you never wanted anyone to see that. You just want to make sure you talk to your friends and family about that as well. So as much as social media can be a wonderful thing, like I said, connecting with old friends, family, new people, all of that, it could also be something that affects you. So it could break you at the same time. So 53% of, what employers found online that convinced them not to hire. So 53% of employers found provocative, inappropriate photos or information on someone's Facebook. So I kind of really went into detail about that. Be careful what you're posting, just because it might be funny at that moment, right? It doesn't mean it's appropriate to share with the world. Make sure you look at your privacy settings too. I'll go more into detail about that in just a few minutes. 44% of candidates show drug use or excessive alcohol. So again, something that you think is innocent, oh, I'm just having fun with my friends or whatever. Well, to employers, it's like, oh, is that person going to call in sick all the time because they're out drinking and partying? 35% badmouth employers, clients, or coworkers. So those are three, obviously, important ones that you wouldn't want to do that about, but it could even be bad-mouthing a friend or an ex-friend or an ex or a parent or just someone in the community, right? You want to watch out for that. Again, you could be mad, you could be sad, you could be frustrated. It doesn't matter. You want to think before you put that on there. 29% display poor communication skills. So I know the big thing online these days is abbreviations. So LOL or OMG, or honestly, I don't really know that many of them. But instead of writing the full words, people use those little short forms. And it just makes employers think, can this person spell? Can this person have a normal conversation? Can this person write a normal paragraph? Right? So it's stuff to just keep in mind. 26% make discriminatory comments. So that's pretty self-explanatory. You don't want to be doing that on social media. 24% lie about their qualifications. So I know sometimes it seems funny, but some people might put in their section about themselves that, you know, they have all this education and all these certifications and they're like a chef and or they're a doctor or something. Just, you know, it was a joke. However, it could kind of clash and backfire in your face. So this video here is just kind of, it's nothing fancy, it's just a little video that kind of shows you the reality of it. So it's only about a minute and something seconds long, so it's nothing long, so I'll let you watch that.
Shama Hyder runs an online PR firm that uses social media extensively, but she also finds social media helpful when sizing up a potential employee. What do their Google results look like? Do they have a professional digital footprint? Their LinkedIn profile? If they have an open Facebook page or a Twitter account, we definitely look at those too. A new survey from CareerBuilder.com finds 43% of employers use Google and social networking sites to research potential hires. And a growing number are turning down candidates if they don't like what they see. Some of the most common reasons: the candidate posted inappropriate or provocative photos, they badmouthed their previous company, or lied about their qualifications. Some of the strangest things employers found online: one candidate posted a warrant for his arrest. Another bragged about driving drunk and not getting caught. While bad online results can hurt a job hunter's chances, people with a good online profile can give themselves a leg up. Erica Nitz is looking for work in entertainment marketing and makes sure her social media results remain professional. Social media is a public space. So if you have a bad day, you tell your friend on the phone, you don't put it on Facebook because it's going to reflect badly on you. Employers surveyed say they are more likely to hire a candidate when they like what they see online. Sharika Duncan, CBS News, New York.
All right, so like I said, it's very short and sweet, but I think it kind of gets the point across very well. So cleaning up your digital dirt in order to have a professional profile like that lady did there. So it's important to clean up your digital dirt before starting to apply for jobs, college, or university. These are all people that are going to be in your future, well, maybe not going to, or could potentially be in your future. It all depends of where your future brings you. Believe it or not, even colleges and universities, they may have a look at that too, because that's the person that's going to be applying at their school and then going off to work, you know, with that background. It's important to Google yourself or research yourself in any search engine you use. See what comes up. Go probably about the first, 1 to 3 pages of of Google. See what comes up, whether it's stuff from a Facebook account, from a YouTube account, from a Google account, from a Twitter, LinkedIn, anything like that. You want to see what's going to come up, and if it's all good, then you're good. If it's not, well, you might want to work on that. You can change it by either deleting a lot of stuff that's not positive, right? Anything that's negative, anything that's inappropriate, anything that probably shouldn't be on there, you're going to want to get rid of it. Privacy settings, they're a huge thing, and a lot of people don't use them appropriately. So there are things that you can share with the world. I mean, it's not a big deal, right? Positive things about yourself and, positive pictures that you're sharing, anything like that. However, there are things that should stay between you and your friends and family only. Those are things that, they might still be appropriate, however, the whole world shouldn't be allowed to see them. So you can go into your settings on most online accounts, and you can change those to where it's only your friends and family who can see certain things. Once you've deleted all the inappropriate stuff that you don't want on there, and I'm not saying this is going to be an easy or short process. It will take you a while depending on how much stuff you have on there. Once you've done that, you're going to want to put some positive information on there, because employers don't like to see a blank profile either. They want to see something, but they want that something to be something that makes them want to hire you. So the more positive information you put on there, the more positive information that will show up when you Google your name or search your name. You want to make sure that what you put on there is professional. It's about you, your good qualities, your professionalism, your basically why should you hire me, or what makes me who I am, and am I a good fit for what you're looking for. This can seem, again, like a lengthy process, but at the end, it will most definitely be worth it because you might get a few more callbacks after those interviews. 86% of HR reps wish candidates had employer-friendly social media profiles. So like I said, don't block everything, don't hide everything, don't get rid of everything. They do want to see something, but they want it to be, like they say, employer-friendly. What your social media activity says to employers. So 50% developed a better need or a better feel for the candidate's personality. So like I said, right, if you're putting stuff on there, it's positive, but it's really how you feel about things, and it's really about your personality, and even what other people are commenting on your stuff shows what kind of person you are, right? If they're saying stuff like, oh my God, you're the nicest person I've ever met, this and that, well, that just shows the employer, okay, this person's a caring person, this person is willing to help, this person is there for other people, and so on and so forth. 39% found evidence of professional qualifications. So, you know, even if it's something like you don't think of it that way at the time, you're just really proud of yourself. So you just graduated college or university, and you graduated as a straight A student on the honor roll, and you post that on your Facebook, and you have, or on your Twitter, or sorry, I revert to Facebook because it's a very popular one. But you post that somewhere on one of your online accounts, and people are commenting, they're so proud of you, and they knew you can do it. Well, those are professional qualifications, right? Because obviously you did something right. You graduated with honors and straight A's. 38% found evidence of creativity. So, you know, if you're an artistic person, if you sing, if you like to come up with plans that are going to help support the community, or you like to draw, you like to write, it's all creativity. It's your ideas that you're willing to go out there and give one of your ideas. And 18% read good references about the candidate. So again, what other people are saying about you on your social media shows what kind of person you are. I mean, if people were saying a bunch of negative stuff to you, well then, right, it could be not so good. So I know it's a pretty short presentation. We are at the end of it. I may have talked too fast. I apologize again. However, I think it's a very straightforward presentation. It's pretty common sense. A lot of people do know some of it, but it's just kind of a little refresher on saying, like, be careful what you put online, and be careful who you are online, because who you are online reflects the person you are in the real world, right? So if you do have any questions,